All right, so in this, I think will be a series of videos. We'll go over the graph data request function. And I'll start by going over the chart we'll be using. Okay, so I have the same chart I've been using throughout all these demos. And it has the DX study with a key of XX. I've added the Bollinger Band study um, for this, and we have the moving average and the alert on crossover. Okay, so it basically looks like this. On the Python side, the script that I'll be using for this hello world is imports the bridge, creates the bridge, makes the request, grabs the queue, right, the response queue. It goes into a while loop, does a get, and prints the data frame that we get back. Okay, so this is a very similar structure to what we've been doing so far. And we'll start with historical data in this video and then continue on with real time and other things in later videos. Okay, so in this video, we'll start with historical data. So what I'm going to do right now is to demonstrate how do we download 100 bars of closing prices. Okay, so the base data, I've set it to 4. Okay, now why 4? Because if we look here, we'll see that last price is 4. Okay, and this is, if you need to access this, it's in the documentation. Under graph data request, there is a page called Sierra chart base data constants. And that page includes all the constants for the base data requests. So in our case, we just want the last price of the last 100 bars, and that is 4. Okay, so I place that here. The other setting is to set the historical init bars to 100 because we want 100 bars. And real time is currently set to 0. We're not going to get any real time bars, just the historical, please. So let's see what that looks like. If I press run on the debugger, this now connected to Sierra charts and downloaded for us 100 bars from that chart. As we can see here, the data frame that we got back starts at 0, ends at 99, which is 100 bars, has the timestamp of each bar here, has the closing status in this column here, right? So this bar is not closed. These bars have all closed. And it has the last price. Okay, so this bar here, which is the last bar on the chart, is the 12, 23, and 30 seconds, which is this one. And therefore that one has not closed, which is why we're getting this. All right. If I set this to true, on bar close to true, and this again, we'll see that the first bar we get is the 1223. Like we still got 100 bars, but it starts now at 1223.00, which is this bar, right? So our first bar is this one and not this one, right? Because on bar close, we're only getting bars that close, basically. Right. If I were to add here, okay, you know what? Actually, we'll leave it here at this point, and actually, no, let's talk about that a bit. So let's, now that we have ask the next question is, once we know how to retrieve bars, let's add more data to it. Okay, so right now we're only getting the closing price. Let's add the open as well. Okay, so open is 1. How do I know that? And going back to this, we can see that the open is 1. And let's get volume as well, which is 5. Okay, so we can do 1, 4, and 5. Okay, let's stop that. Run it again. All right, so now we can see that we still have the same first 3 records, right? The timestamp, bar close, and the first two records, timestamp and bar close. And then we have three pieces of data, right? We have the open price, last price, and volume for each bar, right? Now, let's say that I also want to get these Bollinger Bands. Okay, so let's say that I want to get, let's go check it out. We want to get Bollinger Bands, which is ID3. And let's say we want the top band and the bottom band, which is subgraph 1 and subgraph 3. Okay, so what I would do is type here ID3 dot subgraph 1 through subgraph 3. So we want it just 1 and 2, 1 and 3, so let's just do these. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, so now we have more data, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns of data which correspond with these 5, right? Open, close, volume, upper band, lower band, and so on. I can also, if I want to get the Bollinger Bands and this moving average here, I can extend my subgraph data to include the moving average. The moving average is on ID2, right? And it's subgraph 1, right? So ID2 subgraph 1. So what I do in this case, we're going to be adding another study, which I do like this. So I add a semicolon in between lists of studies, and then I do SG1. Okay, so now this will appear as the last one. Press play. So now I have another column, right? I have the open, close, volume, upper band, lower band, and the moving average. In this way, I can start adding here more and more subgraphs so that I get them all aligned in one nice data frame, which makes it easier to process.